Good everyone, welcome to Let's Talk Education with School Advocacy. My name is Awuni Babatunde Augustine. On the previous video, we described the visual learner, and in simple terms, we said the visual learner is a type of learner who will prefer the learning materials, concept ideas associated with images, pictures. So in simple terms, we can say that the power of the visual learner is in what is seen. The power of the visual learner is in what is seen. So as a teacher, you will need to ensure that your learning materials are in picture format or in image format. And like we've been using the Neil-Fleming model, which says with the acronym VAC, visual, auditory, reading and writing, then kinesthetic. So on today's program, we want to describe the auditory learner. Just like the visual learner, who believes that he has comparative advantage based on what is seen. The power of the auditory learner is in listening. I'll say that again. The power of the auditory learner is in what is heard, is in listening. The power of the auditory learner is our listening ability. So just like the visual learner, the auditory learner will prefer that learning materials are associated with sound. Now, look at this thing. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? This thing will produce sound. It will produce audio materials. So once I insert a memory card, I cannot see what is said, but I can hear what is said. I can hear what it is saying, what it is producing rather. So auditory learners will prefer that learning materials are recorded. They are recorded. They are very good listeners. They listen well in class. And just like this is a tape recorder, funny enough, I regard some of them as tape recorders because I used to have a student in my class. Whenever I come to the class and explain for 45 minutes, you find out this young lady would repeat everything I have said, beat by beat. Beat by beat. And whenever she takes notes, you will find out that she's going to read the note into her phone. She's going to read the note into her phone because she's easily distracted while reading from the note and she listens to noise. Once there is a noise around her, she's distracted. So that's one of the characteristics of the visual auditory learner. They are easily distracted by noise. So one thing they do is that they would read their note into the tape recorder or the phone. Then they use an hands-free to listen to what they have recorded on the tape recorder. So they have that very good listening ability and they prefer to listen. They are very good listeners. And just as they are very good listeners, they are also very good public speakers. They love to speak a lot. Now, when you look at certain students that talk too much in class, sometimes all you need to do is just, analyze them, observe them. Be sure of maybe there is something you're not seeing about that student who talks too much. Because for me, I believe that is a potential. That somebody will be able to discuss certain things at length. All the person just needs is to be coached. So there are certain learners that love to talk. Whatever you've taught them, they want to say it. They want to talk about it because they believe that when they are saying it, they are listening to it. The power of the auditory learner is in listening. The power of the auditory learner is what is in listening. The auditory learner has comparative advantage when it comes to what is heard, audio materials, sounds. They would also use you can listen to the music background of the video. They will use music background while they are reading. So while they are reading, they will be playing a solemn music background, or they associate what they have in their notes to music. Let's say, for example, you find out something like play background music, ask for verbal direction, participate in group discussion. So they are trying to convert their notes to music form. We have teachers then that associated the 10, 20 elements in music form. It really helped a lot of students to understand it. So it is that kind of learner that prefers to listen. They love to listen. They believe that is their uniqueness. They believe that they might find reading very, very boring and very tasking. So what you need to do is help them understand their uniqueness and help them understand that they can record their notes into the phone. We even have PDF readers. We have PDF readers that can help them convert their notes into a PDF and listen to it over the time at their own. All they need is just a tape recorder and the hands-free. That's all they need. And you find out many of them will perform well during oral examinations. They perform well during oral examination. I will say that again. They perform very well during oral examination. And they are talented at explaining things verbally. They are very good at debating things because they want to talk. They want to express themselves. A good listener definitely speaks very well. So like I said, just like the power of the visual learner is in what is seen, the power of the auditory learner is in what is heard. The power of the auditory learner is in listening. So let us understand our learners. Sometimes it's just one missing link. And once you identify it, you're going to help that learner learn better. Thank you very much. My name remains Auditory Learner. Thanks for joining the show. Enjoy the rest of the day.